Life is a metamorphosis of our dreams. Science proves that we can have several dreams a night, each longer than the previous. Only a few are remembered, but even fewer are realized. Most murder their dreams. The rest are murdered by our dreams.
Washed, obviously, why we're here. What is the gist of season 1? If people missed it, they have to go back and watch it, obviously, because it's so good. But what is the show about, and what was your inspiration for it?
So Washed is short for washed up. It's a social media term. It was very popular. It was popular at that point. LeBron James has made it popular recently, calling himself the Wash King. So it's kind of this purgatory of life where you have this internal conflict, because 30 is a good mile marker in life. When you're a kid, you think I'm gonna be a millionaire, I'm gonna be famous, and then you wake up at 30 and you're not quite where you thought you would be. So in season 1, we explored that through the male perspective, but in season 2, we kind of scrapped it. Like season 2 is more Washed 2.0 than season 2, because we go from a single lead to an ensemble. And that was basically following feedback from fans that they like some of the supporting characters more than they like the protagonist. And so we brought the world to life, so to speak. And so we have 4 stories going on at once. We brought in some new actors, still actors from season 1, but we supplemented them with more actors.
Well, Washed is about what I would say is a quarter-life crisis for 30-year-olds. You kind of get to the point where you're not 20 anymore, you don't know what 30 holds, and your body's not working like it used to, and it's kind of all the things that comes with turning 30, and that I think a lot of people aren't really writing and making television about.
That transition from, young adulthood to adulthood, and just, that feeling of that, I guess, that internal pressure that comes from that 30-year-old mile marker that says, I haven't done anything, I'm not anywhere near where I thought I would be at this age. Or, when you're younger, 30 seems so far away, and then it shows up. It's like, oh. We
realize this in the writer's room, that it's a shared experience. Like, a lot of times you think, this is just happening to me. This is not exclusive to men or women or to a race. Like, everybody goes through this kind of feeling in life where your dreams aren't happening quick enough for you.
The entire show was actually shot in Dallas, Texas, which for the real Dallas, that's exactly what we want to hear. I'm really excited that it was shot in Dallas. I mean, our viewers will probably know some of the locations you shot at. So what was your favorite location?
My favorite was, it's a small scene, but I'm in the park, and you can see all of the Dallas skyline.
I love the park. Yeah, the park would probably be my favorite as well. Just as that perfect view of downtown Dallas, just in the background of the scene. It's beautiful.
And you actually decided to shoot here. You shot in 30 different locations. And I wanted to know, why did you pick Dallas? Like, what inspired you to shoot it here?
So I'm born and raised here. This is my hometown. And this is where I found myself at that point in life, right? And I love the skyline of Dallas. I love the culture of Dallas. And my goal, season 1 and it continues in season 2, when you watch a show in New York, you see these sweeping drone shots or helicopter shots, Chicago, LA. I want to make Dallas look like that, because we do look like that. Yes. We just aren't always painted in that light. So that's what I want to do, because you can tell stories outside of the Hollywood bubble.
This show, the cast is primarily people of color, and we're finally seeing that in film and on TV. Why is it important that this representation is out there?
I think it's important because growing up, I didn't see a lot of people on television that looked like me, in major roles, and basically having their own TV shows and produced by people of color and directed by people of color. So I feel like it gives little girls and younger people more ambition to say, hey, I can do this. This can be a career for me.
It's important to be able to tell a variety of different Black stories, just to kind of normalize us as humans, because we're so far behind in the representation race that, everything that people know about us from TV is probably a stereotype.
Yeah.
So when you see a Black person in real life, that stereotype becomes, your perception of what that person is, because it's all you know.
You have to see something in order to know it's obtainable for you if it's not something that is around you. And I think that that's why it matters, because people don't know what they can do if there isn't someone that's represented that looks like them.
On September 2nd, season 2 will premiere on WatchSeries.com and also on Amazon Prime. You'll see it first on WatchSeries.com, but then it'll be on Amazon Prime. So please join it, tune in. I guess you don't tune in online, but please log on and watch all the hard work that the cast and crew did, and follow us on Watch Series on all the social platforms. We have a lot of behind the scenes stuff we share all the time.